Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate.
Right, what's this then? I'm on it.
Alright, so there's actually a good number of encounters in this area. First we gotta deal with those half-ogres, which honestly I think should have been the half-ogre quest in Baragost for that paladin. Would have made more sense. Alright, that guy has a magical two-handed sword.
Get over here.
He's also one of the stronger half-ogres in the game. Ow.
Get over here.
They're hitting me a large amount of times. Okay, so that's that. So I know there's a group of 3 bandits. 2 are archers, one's a swordsman, and the archers have magical arrows. There's a cave, a cave with a trap at the entrance and an ettercap inside. I hate ettercaps. And then there's 2 side quests. The ettercap is the scariest thing around here, so I should actually get my antidote. Well, an antidote. Right, I have multiple of these now. As for the bandits, so the magical arrow guys, they usually hit pretty often, much like those 2 that were with Sendai over in the Cloud Peak Mountains. But if I can backstab one of them, I can kill him right off the bat, likely, because they don't have a lot of hit points. The archers don't.
Sword.
If I can kill him, I might be able, let me see, I want to try to get in here stealthily so I can disable the trap inside without that stupid thing seeing me.
Right, what's this then?
Alright, let's see if I can get a little backstab in, too.
Get over here.
Nope. Just kill it fast. Because if it strikes me, there's a good chance it's going to poison me. This is empty, I believe. Oh, it's not empty. More potions of fire res. I've got a good amount of them. But fire resistance is always useful.
I'm on it.
Okay, that's a couple of the more dangerous encounters out of the way. I'm getting messages. Oh, what do you know? I think with this stealth I might be able to go right over, and yep, we can kill him now. Gotcha. Got them both. Just you. Alright, that is about as perfectly as that could have gone. Believe it or not, that's one of the more threatening encounters that you can have with bandits. I don't know why I'm not doing this already. I don't use my bow very often. When I do, I might as well be using some of my magic ammo. I get plenty throughout the game. And if I'm using it, it means I need to make my shots count. Alright, so that just leaves the 2 side quests. The one is saving the cow from all the X-Farts. A slight annoyance. Because the cow can die, in which case you get nothing. And then there's killing a bunch of ogres for Sarhedra the dwarf. Bam. I think it's interesting that bandit's name is, I think it's Loin
I'm on it.
Galchaper. But Galchaper is the name of the elf, I think fighter, maybe ranger, who's in the group with Tarner the Hatchetman in the sewers of Athkatla. There's likely no relation, but I find it interesting they use the same name twice. there's Sarhedra.
Yes?
So these ogres are right... these ogres are right down here. And they actually do have the potential to be a threat. Where's their berserker? I want to get him first. You know, maybe I don't, actually. We got 2 hobgoblins. Hobgoblins are walking around now. That's not good. I'm not particularly afraid of the ogres themselves, nor the
Get over
overlords,
here.
or even the hobgoblin elites. Oh my goodness. Okay. One more ogre. Let's see if I can use a little advanced strat here. Failed. Trying to get him to come walking up here, and then I disappear. Stab him in the back. Ow. Okay, that's not good. There we go. Okay, now let's try to go assassinate that dude. The big bad. He's got some archer backup, but it looks like they've wandered off somewhere. Let's kill him before he kills us. Come on. Oh, he's gonna start hitting. Good. At least 2 hobgoblins walking around somewhere. There's also probably some bears down here. There usually are. Yeah. Okay, kill the bear now. The bear's more dangerous. I just needed to get him to not shoot poison arrows at me. Ow! Oh, dang. These guys are taking chunks out of me. It's a good thing I bought a ton of healing potions. My question is, where did the second hobgoblin go? How am I missing so much? You know, there are times where this guy feels very strong, and then there are times that he feels absolutely pathetic.
Get over here.
Like when he can't hit a one-shot kill bad guy, who doesn't even have a good armor class. Alright, that's probably all the dangerous stuff out here, so I don't think I need to keep drinking healing potions. It's just a lot of wolves. Some X-Farts here and there, maybe some bandits. That just leaves the X-Varts and the cow, which are right down here. I'm getting much better at stealth.
Get over here. Get over here.
Oh, that X-Vart just lost his sword. I just saw down in the messages. It's a broken weapon. Yep. Sucker. I once dropped a horror into the middle of all those guys, and they ran around in terror, and then I hunted down and killed them all. But it wouldn't let me finish the quest for
Get
some
over
reason.
here.
I still remember how annoying that was. That was back in the relatively early days of Enhanced Edition, where it was far more buggy. I didn't know you could find kobolds out here. Well, you learn something new every day.
Get over here.
I kind of keep it as my own personal headcanon that all the kobolds in the surrounding areas here, and even the ones that the bandits hired to use, all came from Firewine. And that ogre mage has a much more direct hand in a lot of this stuff than anyone else realizes. course, I think ogre mages make excellent antagonists, and so I like it when they're a little more sinister. You do come across quite a few bad ogre mages in this. And I'll say even the short encounters you have seem to have more personality than most villains. They capture very well their sense of pride, arrogance, and just how much they look down on everyone else, and are also sadistic and evil. Much like the Liches in Baldur's Gate 2, it's actually a very similar comparison. The Liches, of course, I mean, the Ogre Mages are one of the scarier spellcasters you'll come across in Baldur's Gate 1. Liches kind of take their place in the second one.
You have been waylaid by enemies.
Oh no.
Right, what's this then?
Not Gibberlings. I would hate to have to massacre their entire population again. You know, I once looked up these things too. Turns out they come from, like, Cthulhu realm. Which makes them even worse, and I hate them more.
Sorted.
Because if there's one thing we don't need, it's more Cthulian nonsense in Forgotten Realms.
Right, what's this then?
I killed 4 bandits. Actually, more than that. Only 4 of them had hair. Cannot be pleasant to accept the scalps of bandits and have to give people money for it. Like, scalps is not a fun thing to just be handed someone's scalp.
Sorted.
I don't know why you wouldn't just, I don't know, require like a finger or whatnot. I doubt the bandits have something distinguishing about their scalps. I know they all have specific armor. You can take that. I only know that because of a conversation you can have in the bandit camp with a particular hobgoblin who asks you which mercenary company, or really just organized bandit group, you're working for, rather than the Black Talon or the Chill, and then gives you leather armor that's supposed to be according to that one, but it's really just normal leather.
Sorted.
Alright, we're in Ulcaster at last. There's likely going to be quite a few hobgoblins and kobolds in this area, and maybe some skeletons. Outside the school itself, I'm pretty sure that's all we'll encounter. Actually, that isn't true. Sometimes you can find some wolves out here. And then there's a little swindler gnome who I plan on killing. Oh, yep, there's the skeletons. Let's just get their archers out. Kill the archers first, actually. And we have kobolds, too.
Get over here.
Ooh, kill that guy. Enemies will have a hard time hitting me with missile weapons. One, because of the belt, but also because of this thing. Another +4 versus missile attacks and helps all my saves. And so that'll give me a lot more wiggle room when dealing with these kinds of enemies. Just gonna kill you. He was probably from Gullykin. But no one ever seems to care about what happens to him, so why leave him alive? He's out swindling people for the cheapest gem in the game. Pretty sure that turquoise is worth less money than a silver ring. And that's saying something, because a silver ring is worth close to nothing. I mean, by actual D&D standards, a golden ring is shockingly generous. Golden ring. That's not right. 2 gold pieces is shockingly generous for a silver ring. I mean, there's no gold on it. And gold pieces are worth, like, what is it? 10? 100 silver? Or something like that? I think it's 100. And so, That's actually a lot of money. Back in original Baldur's Gate, interestingly enough, that hobgoblin in green there, this one, he had another pair of Zerlong's boots. And Zerlong would take either of them. But Enhanced Edition removed them.
What you want?
He was widely known as the Hobgoblin Thief, because he had the stealth boots. There was nothing else special about them. They're not stronger. I doubt they even wear the boots in their actual character. But they both had them. It's possible it was an oversight, but that little group there, those 3 hobgoblins, that's a scripted encounter. Those 3 are not randomly spawning. In fact, I don't think you ever find randomly spawning hobgoblin elites. If you do, it's only in very specific and rare locations.
Sorted.
We've got Gullykin and Firewine on our map now, too. I'll knock both of those out in the same episode at some point, but that's going to be a ways off. It's a very dangerous area. It's filled with traps, and if there is one area that I don't know my way around flawlessly when it comes to traps, it's Firewine. I have to trap check every single step, and the traps in there, on this difficulty, I mean, it's basically instant death if you trip one. The lightning bolts alone are just so freaking stupid in how overpowered they are. And they'll hit you for double damage, and they'll bounce back and forth in this tiny little hallway that'll deal like 300 points of damage in less than a second. I've had it happen to my other characters. Because, like, the annoying thing about lightning bolt is it doesn't have a time limit. It doesn't have a number of bounces it can do. I mean, it has a time limit on how long it's there, but not on how many times it hits you. It's not like a Ganas or Scorcher, where it'll hit you twice before it wears off. Lightning bolt, as many times as it bounces, it can hit you. And the annoying thing is, when it's in a tiny hallway like that, it will hit me and then arbitrarily deflect off of me and start bouncing between the little hallways above and below me. Each one counts as a bounce, and it moves fast enough that it can get like a dozen bounces in before you could count to 2. There's little that enrages me more than those cheap, stupid traps. Probably some kobolds up here. No. There's usually a lot more kobold commandos out here. Since I'm alone, though, it looks like they're only spawning in groups of 1 the few times they do spawn. This is a very craggy area. So as far as the Ulcaster ruins go, it's really not your traditional type of dungeon. It doesn't even have any undead in it. It's got a couple slimes, a small room with some spiders in it, and then everything else is a wolf's den. The real threat in there is the vampiric wolf at the end. I'm gonna have to drink a potion of freedom to deal with him. And there's a few traps, but I'm pretty confident I know where they are. If not all of them, then most of them. And its hallways aren't nearly as cramped and stupid as Firewine's. So even if I trip some, I should be alright. But I'll do my best to catch them all. I mean, when I go to the Firewine ruins, the way you saw me moving through Ice Island, for example, I knew where all the traps I planned on getting were. I missed one. That was the only one. Every other trap I had tripped or disabled in the past, so I knew where they were. Firewine just has so many, and it's like, I don't know, it's twice or 1/3 the size bigger than Ice Island is, I think. It's got like a whole extra section to it, and it has way more traps in it, and it's also filled with more kobold commandos, like a bunch of them. And so randomly you'll be pulled out of trap detecting to enter combat. You could like mess up and forget things. And then at the end, you have your Ogre Mage, and then just a normal Mage. If I play my cards right, I won't have to use any potions on them. I think I can backstab both the Ogre Mage and the normal Mage without getting detected. But getting through the rest of the place is going to be a nightmare. I know a lot of people online who just don't do the Firewind Ruins like that. They'll enter through the back way in Gullykin, kill the Ogre Mage, walk down and kill the other mage, and then just leave.
Sorted.
They'll forget the Ghostly Knights and the whole rest of the dungeon. They just abandon it. And I can't really blame them. It is a poor setup. Let's get Ilyich out here. He's pretty dangerous, so I prefer to get him out of the way early. Or Ikiard. Icarid. Something like that. Yeah, come here. Let's go.
Get over here.
Ow. Ow. He has a +1 flail. So if you're a flail user, you should come kill him early. To be honest, of all the +1 weapons in the game, flails are the one that there is no shortage of. There are about as many flails as there are magical short swords and long swords. Whoa, I could identify that. And I still can't identify those. Like, off the top of my head, before progressing past the bandit camp, there's a flail in the Exvart village, a magical flail in the Exvart village, here on Icarid, and then there's another one on Sonner, over at the Ankeg place. So that's 3 right there, and I might be missing one. And then I think there's several in Baldur's Gate itself, and possibly Durlag's Tower, and then there is a +2 one called the Thresher sold at Sorcerer's Sundries. So even if you dual-wielded flails, you'd have more than enough for whatever you need. Poor ghost. Exploring ruins like this is annoying. Having to check every little room. I don't really have to. Alright, let's see if we can kill this thing. There we go. You can backstab them? I thought undead were immune to backstabs. Maybe that's just skeletons. That's good to know. Because that opens up a whole world of opportunities to help deal with those kinds of undead. I was just trying to get a free hit in, because ghouls don't have much health, so if I can get one with a melee weapon, it's probably going to kill it. I only dealt 28 on a triple.
Get over here.
Alright, I think I've explored the ruins enough. Gotta rest before heading in, though, because you want to be on the top of your game. Particularly for that mustard jelly that's in there. I have to say, I have had incredible luck resting throughout this game so far. Like, I'll just sit down, I'll rest for a couple days without a problem. No one awakens me. I've been awakened once, I think, the entire time I've rested in this game. To be fair, I've done a lot of resting at towns, specifically to avoid the possibility of being awakened. Right, let's get this ochre jelly, I think, out from down here so that I can kill it without having to deal with multiple. He's going to take its time, but he's going to mosey around the corner, I think. Yeah, there he is. I can kill him without having a mustard jelly shoot me in the back. Cannot backstab these things, as far as I know.
Get over here.
You can! You could backstab oozes now! This has to be an oversight. There is no way that's supposed to be allowed. Wait a second. Now I have to try to backstab a skeleton. And that vampiric wolf. I'm gonna drink a potion of freedom anyway. Don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna risk that, but if you can backstab anything, because you weren't supposed to be able to. I know that for certain. But if you can backstab anything without a problem, that could make a lot of the game significantly easier. I know I can backstab my way through most of the wolves. Through the spiders that are in this place. There's spiders down here, I believe. 2 of them. That's 2 different
over
spawns,
here.
just so you know. So if you come in here with a whole party, be ready to take on more than 2. They got a little nest in here. I guess I don't have to waste a potion of freedom, and I could just run around shooting him. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that. Ow. There's 2 more vampiric wolves I can test on. Actually, I can test on a dreadwolf too. They're undead. I missed. There's another dreadwolf in here. But I'm pretty sure this is a useless dead end with no wolves and no traps. No idea why that little room exists. This down here has no wolves, but a trap. Traps aren't nearly as big a threat in here as they are in most dungeons. There's only a couple of them. They are pretty dangerous if you set them off, but for the most part, they're easy to avoid. I wish I had a Cure Light Wounds. That'd be nice. I'll have a very small natural healing factor once I get a 20 Constitution. So I can look forward to that at least. Let's lure out this guy. There's a couple wolves in this room, and then a vampiric wolf in the next. I think there's another dire wolf in here. Nope, that's a dread. And yeah, that doesn't work on them. Alright, so just in case all hell breaks loose, I'm going to keep one of these on me. For the most part, though, pretty sure my strategy should work. Ooh, another potion of absorption. Don't mind if I do. Ah.
Get over here.
Okay, let's beeline it. Okay, you know what? Actually, no. I am not going to risk that in these tight, cramped corridors. He gets one bite off before I'm ready for him, and this is over. Besides, there's traps around there, like fireball traps. It's probably safer to just try to backstab another one. There he goes. Pack leader down. Right, there should be another wolf in the next chamber here. There we are. And I think this is the last of them. Like I said, it's a very minor dungeon. That's why I'm doing it this early in the game. Got a little potion of explosions there. I mean, it's weaker than a potion of explosions, but it's pretty close. Well, that's Ulcaster down. We've done 2 of the classic style dungeons that people hate. This one and Ice Island are done. We still have Firewine and then the Thieves' Maze at the end of the game. And I think that's all of these, like, cramped corridor filled with traps and monsters style dungeons. So I've done the 2 easiest. One of them's a nightmare and one of them is just difficult. That Thieves' Maze will beat the tar out of you.
Sorted.
Leveled up. As a fighter. Yeah. Good 10,000 more. I'll be up as a thief. I should head over to High Hedge to sell this stuff.
I'm on it.
Okay, so looking where we are now. I have a couple options. I'm thinking Valley of the Tombs is the way to go. There's some stuff I could get down there that I think could help me out. I could get a better longsword for dealing with undead to keep in my offhand. And that'd be my
Right, what's this then?
full loadout as far as those go for pretty much the whole game. And there's also some nice potions down there. Also some significant threats. There's a mage that summons mustard jellies, there's that group of Amazonians, then there's all three of those tombs.
I'm on it.
And every one of those encounters has potential to end me. I think if you can lure out... Oh, that's a cursed scroll. I think if you are capable, though, of luring out the ghasts and potentially that ghoul into the open light, I could just run around and shoot them to death. So no big losses there. I think I can afford the Sand Thief's ring, too. I'm gonna go find out. If I can't, I'm gonna sell something mediocre and get it.
Right, what's this then?
Because I know I'm at least very close. But I've probably got enough.
Right,
More of
what's
these
this
dogs. Why do they keep spawning? I've killed this one spawn like 4 times now. And of course, I also need to do both the Sword Coast areas. And Basilis's stuff. That's all on the agenda. I'm not certain. I think I'll do the archaeological... No, Basilisk is one. I'm not sure when I'm going to do the archaeological thing. I might do that its own episode. Make it a short thing. I could do it with the Sword Coast areas as well. I don't know. We'll see.
Sorted.
I don't want to leave anything too, like, small of an episode, but I also don't want to make them too big, so...
Right, what's this then?
It's a hard thing to manage. Yes, I know. Woe is me. Having to figure out what order to play the game in. Alright, I have it. Only 7 uses. And if I want to recharge it, it's going to be expensive. But now I can go invisible
I'm on it.
7 times.
I'm on it.
Alright, that's going to be it for this one. So,
I'm on it.
thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.